Hi and welcome.
Hi, good evening.
Another fireside chat with us.
Yes, can't wait.
Yes. So last time we showed you some easy to use breathing techniques. And one of them was a technique to make it easier to fall asleep. So, do you remember where you extend your out breath a little bit longer? And because of the feedback of that, we thought, well, let's do our top 5 of easy to establish sleeping tips. Really, we're not talking about any supplements or anything like that. Just really easy to do.
Oh, yes, totally easy.
Totally easy to do tips to have a better and healthier sleep. So our number 5 has to do with watching TV. I hope it, oh my gosh.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, whatever. We'll see.
Okay.
Watching TV is our number 5. So why is that? Well, if you're watching something really like horror or very intense before you go to bed, here we go.
Zombie apocalypse.
That of course is not helpful, is it? So if you want to watch a movie and then at least leave some time before you go to bed to calm down, to quieten down.
Yeah.
Before you go to bed.
In my opinion, it won't work when you watch your zombie killer science fiction, that's me, thing, right? Or even when you're lying in bed.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. But we're coming to that.
Okay, good.
Let's further.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, seriously. So if you're excited, if you're watching something and you're excited, seriously, give yourself a half an hour of downtime. I don't know, reading a book, listening to some music, or talking to each other. How about talking? Oh my God, such a strange concept.
Real interaction, real communication. Yes. No texting.
So that will be something to really calm down before you go to bed. So we're coming to the next number 4, a bed routine. So with bed routine, I mean that you establish a certain time when you go to bed and you have the same rhythm, the same routine before you go to bed. So
every day.
Every day,
every
yes.
night.
Yeah, of course, every night.
Yep.
So it is actually best to go to bed around 10 o'clock. Definitely 11 o'clock at the latest. Old people used to say, or they said to me, that the best sleep is before midnight, and I think they're right.
Yeah, it's before midnight.
Yeah, it's healthier. It's quieter. So if I get up and can't sleep, it's either 2 or 4 o'clock. So, but if I'm managed to go to bed earlier, then it's really nice and calm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's our number 4. Our number 3. Oh, do you want anything to say about number 4?
Yeah, routine is the same. It comes with the watching TV. So you turn off the telly or whatever, and then you're calming down, and that's your routine. So I don't know. Don't do other things that bring you up.
Yeah.
Your organism and everything.
Yeah. The whole metabolism, right? Like that. All good.
Should be a no-brainer, but sometimes it isn't.
Our number 3 has to do with electronic devices. Electronic devices should not be in the bedroom, at least not the large ones here, hence the comment about the TV. If you kind of have to have them there, then make sure they are really, really switched off when you go to bed.
Yes, best thing is unplug them or whatever.
Yeah.
The thing with electronic devices, especially devices that are wireless connected to something, and that's currently nearly everything. I can go into EMF, electromagnetic fields, and all these things. It won't calm you down. So everything is frequencies. Your body relies on frequencies, on electromagnetic frequencies. So there's in your body there's a current going on from your brain to your heart. That the heart is the main.
It's the strongest EMF field of your body, actually.
And this interconnects with other EMFs, with other electromagnetic fields, like tablets, computers, cell phones, television, whatever. And you won't get a good sleep. You will get a good sleep without these things.
Yeah, so the less other currents that interfere with your natural current in your body, the better it is, right?
Yeah, but no technical current or
That's what I mean.
Technical EMF,
like artificial
is the same
current.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
exactly.
No,
so because it interferes with your biochemistry, with your body, and that's then easier to calm down.
That's it. Yeah. So just kick it out. For me, it was a learning curve in the last, 15 years. So we are down to alarm clocks, the real easy ones.
Yeah, the cheap ones on battery.
The very cheap ones on battery.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
Yeah.
And the current, you can't feel anything. There's no EMF, or just a very, very, very low EMF around these devices. And you won't feel it after, a few centimeters away.
Yeah, and also with the larger ones like television nowadays, they're all on standby. So they shouldn't be on standby, because standby still means that there's an electromagnetic field. So in this country, New Zealand, you can switch off the plug, for instance.
Yeah, which is great.
So switch off the plug at the end of the day, and that will, there's still electricity flowing in the wall.
Yes, but, from the cables.
Yeah, from the cables, but it's better than none. So that's definitely one. Well, our number two is eating early. So with the eating, seriously, it's best to eat before 6 p.m. and but definitely before 7 p.m. The thing is, the body actually can't digest the food the later we go, because we're not doing anything. If, of course, you're going out and doing some sports or whatever you're doing, that's different. Or if you're working late shift, we're not talking about that. We're talking about regular 9 to 5 schedule. People, normal schedule, going to bed between 10 and 11. Then you should have your last meal, your last food before 6 and 7, around 6 and 7, before 6 ideally, but between 6 and 7 is fine, because your whole metabolism is not made to digest big foods, and it shouldn't be a large meal. It should be an easy to digest meal. So really make sure that you're not eating too heavy, because that is how we started years ago when we started eating earlier. And a few things changed. No, seriously.
For me, it was a big change, because usually I ate somewhere, around 8 o'clock or something. And then I wondered why I couldn't sleep. So because I had half a cow in my stomach or something like that. And yeah.
And also what happened was actually that the snoring got much better for both of us. So we were snoring less the earlier we ate.
Yes.
Definitely. I can say yes.
Yeah, right.
and another thing is coming. If you consider something like intermittent fasting, which is really good for you, then an early dinner, of course, plays into your cards, because the early dinner, of course, gives your whole digestive system and your whole body much more time to then detox themselves. So if your body is the liver needs I think 6 or 7 hours to really get rid of everything, and only after that time, 7-8 hours, the liver starts to really calm down and rest. So if you're eating late and going to bed late and just having 6-7 hours sleep, your body,
and then have a big breakfast,
then your organs actually don't come to rest at all. So you need to let them rest, and that's why it's really good to have an earlier dinner, and then give your body the time to actually digest while you're awake, 4 hours or something like that, and then go to bed and really have a nice sleep then. So your whole digestive system will thank you that. And again, if you're thinking about something like intermittent fasting, it's definitely better to have an early dinner, because then you have next morning much more time until you get into your breakfast. So there's quite a few reasons to early eating, and it's just a thing of logistics, isn't it? So once you have the logistics with that, it's going to be fine.
It's easy.
Number 1.
Drum roll.
And it's, of course,
Cell phone.
your phone. We can't emphasize it enough that the cell phone should not be in the bedroom.
Yeah. And it has different reasons.
Yeah.
So there are technology reasons. You have electromagnetic fields, you have different frequencies from Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and especially from the mobile phone, from the yeah.
They know what you mean. They know what you mean.
Other things is your mind.
Yes.
So when you sleep and you have your alarm clock on your phone, the first thing you do is you grab your phone when you wake up, and then okay.
And maybe then checking.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened?
Did I get an email?
So the first thing in the
what's
morning,
Facebook saying?
when you open
did I
your
get
eyes, is maybe a catastrophe or whatever, or really fulfilling your need, instant gratification.
Yeah.
So you're not really awake yet, and you're already bombarded with news, with likes, with disappointment, with I don't know what.
Yeah, full wave.
And you're not really awake yet. So just think about that. And on top of it, I know a lot of people who then at night, they wake up, they go to the toilet, come back, and then they start checking their phones at night. And then they complain that they can't sleep. Well, guys.
Yeah. Another technology thing is blue light.
Yep.
So in every computer screen, tablet, mobile phones, you have a high rate of blue light, and that's the hardware technology. Blue light is bad for you when you want to calm down.
Yep.
You need a more soft light. You need light into a red spectrum, and that makes you sleepy as well. So even ebook reader, for example, I have a Kobo ebook reader, and I have a special function which puts it into a night mode. So it disables blue light on the screen, and it's a much more smoother screen, and you can use it in your notebook, for example, as well. I just changed Sandra's Apple to night shift mode. So you just have to look for blue light filters.
Blue light filter.
And there are apps, I don't know, for every phone.
Yeah, just this one thing is already changing a lot.
Yes.
And so you really our cell phones stay in the main room. They're not going into the bedroom.
Yeah.
And also another thing is really, you really don't need your phone at night. And if you really need an alarm clock, then buy a little cheap one with battery. It's better for you anyway. And another thing also, if you're one of those people who's pushing snooze all the time, don't. You're not winning anything. Either sleep longer or get up. Because this is what, is another thing. Just don't.
It doesn't work.
No.
Definitely. And
no.
I especially this snooze button, I used it for years and years.
And you're exhausted. You're not sleeping and you're not awake.
I was more exhausted after. So it's, not a good idea.
There's a really nice TED Talk. I think it's Mel Robbins who talks about this thing with the snooze button and why it doesn't work and all the chemicals in the brain and whatever. Just don't do it. So this were our top 5 for having really easy to establish tips to get a healthier, better sleep. Number 5, watching TV. Number 4, what was it? Hang on. Here we go. Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have. I organized it.
That's a really long Facebook Live now.
4, a bed routine. 3, electronic devices, 2, early eating, and 1, your phone.
Cell phone.
Cell phones, yes. Do people still have other phones?
I don't know. My parents have.
Oh yeah, my parents do. Okay, yep. So that's us for today. Wow, 15 minutes. Oh my God, that's long.
Too long.
Yeah, hope you watch it still, but that's fine. Hi, Sophia. All good. Well, that's us for today.
Yes.
Have a lovely, lovely evening or day,
Weekend.
whenever you watch it, weekend. And we'll see you again with another topic.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Great. See you.
Bye.
Bye.